Hello guys, welcome to SWK Tutorials. Today I will be teaching you how to do object-based lighting or custom shape lighting in Vray and Maya. Let's see some examples. First, this bulb, circle shape, sine wave shape, this curly shape, and again a very different shape. In all of these examples, you observe that we can't use traditional V-Ray lights like sphere, rectangle and dome. We have two ways to light these kind of objects. One is V-Ray mesh light and the second is V-Ray light material. But I will be teaching you V-Ray mesh light as it is better to use V-Ray mesh light as compared to V-Ray light material for these kind of objects. Before we start the tutorial, I just want to add one more thing, that from now onwards, if I am going to do a tutorial in Maya, I will do the same tutorial in 3ds Max too. You can easily recognize from the thumbnails Maya, Max. Lastly, if you find this tutorial helpful, then don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Now it's time to start the tutorial. So without any further ado, let's get started. If you want to see my render settings, then download this picture from the link in the description below. Now render the scene, turn on history, save the render. Now it's time to explore the scene. I have a background, vast base, these lines or glass part, and the mesh that I will be turning into V-Ray mesh light later on in the tutorial. Plus I have two lights just to give it a little bit contrast from these sides. Now select the mesh that we will be using as the light source. We have two ways to convert it into V-Ray mesh light. First, go to create V-Ray mesh lights and use any one of them. Second, right click on the icon and choose any one of them. It doesn't matter if your mesh is combined because they will both give the same result. I will explain their differences later in the video. If you look at the outliner, you can see that now we have a new node here. Select the new node, press Ctrl A or click on Attribute Editor. Now render the scene. You can see now that the mesh is lighting. Save the result. Now change the color and increase the intensity to, let's say, 200 and render again. Now you can clearly see that the object is lighting. Plus you can see the shadows. If you want to work on Kelvin values, then change the color to temperature, and to get warmer light, decrease temperature below 6500, let's say to 4500 right now, and render the scene. Now I am going to show you the difference between these two options. Select the left three spheres and apply turn selection into light. Work for meshes only. It actually made three different lights as you can see here. Now select the right three spheres and apply turn selection into light. Apply single V-Ray mesh light. It only makes one light and apply on all three spheres. Now render the scene. Save the result. Now we will look at their differences. In the first option, changing the value of one is not going to affect the other two. But in the second option, changing the value of one is going to affect all of them. They work like an instance light. Now render the scene. Now you can easily see the difference between these two options. I only changed this light and this light, but in the first option, since all of them are separate lights, this change is not going to affect these two. But in the second option, changing one light is going to change all of them because they all share the same light. I'm going to quickly select this light and I'm going to see it's not completely refractive. Now I have made it completely refractive and I'm going to render it one more time. Okay guys, this is a better result. Don't worry about these things. They will be solved when you're going to increase from low quality to high quality. Right now my quality is low to save render time. This is why these things are appearing. To remove the mesh from lighting, select the mesh, then go to your icon and right click and choose remove light modifier from selection. Render and check the result. So we have covered these three options. I don't use these two options and I don't find them necessary, so I'm not discussing them. These are the three options that I normally work. Okay guys, let's see another example. I'm going to hide my vase and I'm going to turn on the bulb. I'm going to press 4 on the keyboard and I'm going to select my mesh that I'm going to light. Quickly right click and apply. Press 5 on the keyboard and then render. It is lighting but the value is too low. Again go to attribute editor and increase the light, set its temperature. I want it to be warm. Render. Okay, again increase the value from 500 to let's say 5000 and render again. Now you can see as I'm increasing the value, it is getting brighter and brighter. To make it little bit more interesting, you can apply other effects on it, but I'm not going to discuss anything else because they are not part of this tutorial. So that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to this channel. Comment below if you need to ask anything. Bye guys.